Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm the king.